Megan, let's talk about another one of the countries that you're working in and have students that are working in is Brazil. So what's happening there? Tell us what your work is in Brazil.
Well, Brazil is a gigantic country. It's doing economically very well until a recent downturn. And of course, they have amazing places to visit. The Amazon rainforest is there. Their coastal areas are spectacular. And so I started working there back in like 1990 because of the interest in the Amazon. More recently, we started looking at other regions of the country that are equally spectacular. And I got to work in this state called Minas Gerais, which is actually a gem mining area, but it also has these spectacular mountains and beautiful protected areas. And I worked with a 100% Brazilian team to look at how to develop ecotourism there. And what we found was that really they didn't need any international market to do well because they were close enough to Sao Paulo, which is their business center. It's the New York of Brazil. And it would be like being in the Catskills or the Poconos. It's that close. So
locals can enjoy this.
All they needed to do, and adventure tourism is really popular in Brazil. Mountain biking is huge and rappelling. And so what we did was do a hybrid where you looked at some classic ecotourism experiences with hiking and bird watching. But we also looked at, there was a lot of ranches around there, and so ideas of horseback riding or ideas of canyoning. There were some beautiful waterfalls, and so you could do rock climbing and canyoning with
What is canyoning?
It basically rappelling down into canyons.
Cool.
Yeah, or even you can rappel down into waterfalls. These are things they do in Costa Rica also, but in Brazil, they were really designing that for Brazilians. And I worked with a lot of young Brazilians on this job, and they were very involved in adventure tourism actually because that was the part of the industry that was really growing in Brazil.
And not happening as much. That's great. I'm sure your advice was manna for them.
Yeah, they loved it. We had a great time.
Great. Thank you.